Okay. All right, let's do a sound check. Good afternoon. Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, very good, very good. Okay. Let's go ahead and take care of that. And Mr. Garcia, you took off a little bit early and we're still waiting for your attorney, right?
Yes. I don't know what happened. They just got kicked out, and
Oh, you
I had
did?
I had to restart everything, but it looks to be pretty good now.
Good, good, good. Get a hold of your attorney, let him know you're still here this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
do it.
thanks. All right. Good afternoon, Attorney Pollock. You ready to go ahead and proceed on Mr. and Daniel? Is it Daniels?
Daniel Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, thank you. Mhm.
Yes, I'm ready.
I had it pulled up.
Do you need a case number?
No, ma'am, I had it pulled up and I must have closed too many things there, so I'm good. I've got it. Thank you, Dawn. Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 685-607, State of Texas versus Daniel Gonzalez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Julie Pollock for Daniel Gonzalez.
And are you Daniel Gonzalez?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you the same Daniel Gonzalez that is accused of criminal trespass, private property alleged to have occurred on the 23rd day of May, 2022, and is classified as a Class B misdemeanor? Are you the same so accused?
I'm accused.
Yeah, you're the same. So, okay, alrighty. Alrighty, Mr. Gonzalez, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God? I'm sorry, say again?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You can lower your hand. Court is going to start sharing the court screen. Mr. Gonzalez, can you see the court screen?
Yes, I can.
Counsel, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
And state?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, on display is a document entitled State's Consent to Video Conference. Did you sign this document thus consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez? This is how it's going to work. When I need for you to respond, I'm gonna call you by name, okay? Just like I did, Mr. Gonzalez. But when I'm talking to the attorneys, I will refer to your attorney as counsel, and I will refer to the state the attorneys representing the state as state, okay?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, not a problem. State your response.
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like Assistant District Attorney Ling Han has actually signed it.
Do you adopt it and you consent to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
This state's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense, on display is a document that's entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Mr. Gonzalez, is this your signature where I am circling the cursor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign this document that's consenting to plea by video conference?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conference?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm talking to your attorney now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Counsel.
Your
This defendant's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing your client, Mr. Gonzalez? Oh, counsel, you accidentally muted yourself. Has it been over 10 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are we applying for probation? And if so, what type?
No, Judge, this will be a judgment satisfied.
Alrighty. State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And state and counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14J of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is this a case subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has that been complied with?
Your Honor, I'm not aware of any disclosure requirements, so I think it does not apply in this circumstance.
It occurred on the 23rd of May, 2022.
I'm sorry, was it, Your Honor?
The date of offense is 23 May 2022. So-
I'm sorry, are you asking me to confirm that, Your Honor?
Well, no, that's the offense date. What I'm asking is regarding the law enforcement disclosure. I believe it is required after sometime either 2021 or 2019. I keep.
Yes, Your Honor. And let me double check, see if I can check the file. Hold on a moment.
Okay.
Your Honor, to the best of my knowledge, looks like the state has complied with disclosure requirements in that circumstance.
Okay, so this matter is subject to it and it has been complied with.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, I will sign the discovery acknowledgement. I will make it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration at this time?
Your Honor, I'm not aware of any motions from what I see.
Defense, are you, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, I draw your attention to the document on display. This is a 2-page document, okay? This is the first page. It is the document is entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions. This is the first page. And then this is the second page. Is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
After reviewing it with your attorney, did you freely and voluntarily sign it?
Yes.
So with your signature and your testimony, you're telling me that you understand everything in this 2-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney.
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
Yes.
She worked really hard to be able to go ahead and get this case disposed for you today. And coach showed up in the morning and showed up for you this afternoon so as to take care of it. And she went over the range of punishment with you, correct?
Yes.
And then she explained to you your constitutional rights.
Yes.
And with that understanding of your constitutional rights, do you freely and voluntarily give them up?
Yeah. I'm just trying to be no contest.
Okay, so but you give up your constitutional rights, right?
Oh, yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
I will approve of your jury waiver. I am going to sign it, and I am going to, so you no longer be able to have a trial in this case because I'm making it part of the record. Counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea today?
I believe he is, Judge.
Okay, and you're aware there is a Article 16.22 document associated with a report that's associated with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
And with the information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you and this defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, what is your punishment recommendation?
The state recommends that the court find that the defendant has satisfied the judgment.
What is the judgment? What are you recommending that the court,
Oh,
what punishment?
Judge, it was 1 day judgment satisfied.
1
Right.
day in Bear County Jail. Any fine, court costs? Zero. What's the fine?
no fine or court costs, Your Honor.
Okay, so 0 fine plus court cost. And then time and money will run together concurrently?
Oh, Your Honor, I'm not sure what specifically you're referring to.
Will time and money and the funds run concurrently?
I'd say so, Your Honor. I think yes, there's nothing to add there. So yes, that's fine, Your Honor. Unless there's an objection by defense counsel.
And you'll get credit for all the time served.
Yes, Your Honor, that's how I understand, yes.
Okay. That's what your recommendation to the court is.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And counsel, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation to the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gonzalez, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to resolve this matter for you today?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Luna, how many days has he been in jail? What do you see on this one? That's my court coordinator. Maybe she's not there. What do you find? How many days have you been in jail?
I was in jail for 1 day.
State?
Oh,
Well, Your Honor, I'm not sure if I have that information readily available.
Defense?
That was my understanding, Judge, that he has 1 day in. I believe I spoke with the clerk the last time.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And thank you, counsel. Is there counsel, do you know of any legal reason why this matter cannot be resolved today?
No, Your Honor. we would have to-
sentencing cannot be imposed.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, I am going to find you guilty. I am going to sentence you to 1 day in Bear County Jail, $0 fine plus court costs. Time and money will run together. You're going to get credit for all this time that you have served.
Okay,
Your finding that you have served 1 day in Bear County Jail, I am going to find that this judgment has been satisfied. State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, Your Honor, I think that covers it all.
Defense, anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez,
yes. Yeah,
with regard to the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, this has been a plea bargain case, and I am going to certify that you have no right to appeal. I am going to go ahead and sign it, and it's made part of the record. You will get a copy of this, but you need to come down to the courthouse and provide us fingerprints as well as get a copy of this document. Now, when will you be able to do that? Today is Tuesday. Will you be able to do that tomorrow? Or Thursday or Friday? Which one will you be able to do this week?
to get a copy,
Yes, sir, and provide us your fingerprints. We need your fingerprints.
can I do it on Monday?
You wish to go ahead and do it Monday next week?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
You cannot come in Wednesday or Thursday or Friday?
Oh, can I do it Friday?
Can you do it Friday?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you can do it Friday, the 2nd of September.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's this Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay, all righty. Counsel, is there anything at all regarding the 1622 that you wish to go ahead and place as far as any concerns?
No, Your Honor.
You know, I made a grave error. I believe that I did not even ask Mr. Going back, Mr. Gonzalez, how did you wish, with you understanding, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Now, do you understand that even though you plead no contest, I can still find you guilty
Yes, Your Honor.
and you wish to continue? Even though I've sentenced you, let's go ahead and get this on record.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you've discussed all this with your attorney,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you are pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight the charges.
Yes, yeah.
And you're pleading no contest because you believe that's in your best interest.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And counsel, I had asked you as far as the competency issue is concerned and the 1622, is there anything in there that I need to understand and be able to consider?
I don't believe so, Judge.
Alrighty, and you believe that your client will be able to navigate his way here on Friday to be able to provide us his fingerprint and sign?
I hope so. If he doesn't show up, I guess a warrant will issue for him. Is that correct?
Yes. So, Mr. Gonzalez, I have sentenced you. This is the thing. If you don't show up on Friday, and I'm going to tell you where you're going to come. If you don't show up, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. So you'll be able to come to County Court at Law Number 2, located on 300 Dolorosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. Right?
Okay,
We're located on the first floor of the Kadena Reeves Justice Center.
okay.
Do you have the court's phone number?
Yeah, I could look it up on my phone.
You're gonna look it up online?
No, on my phone. I could look for it. And I could call the court or whatever, you know. Your Honor, like, yeah.
Okay. Do
Judge,
you
I'll-
have something to write with?
Judge, I'll provide that to him. I've had a lot of contact with him.
Okay, alrighty. So, so that he'll know, he can call the court if anything happens and he finds his way, okay? To find his way.
Correct.
When you come, Mr. Gonzalez, you'll check in with the bailiff, and then the bailiff will direct you what to do, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Anything further on this matter?
No, Judge.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, counsel. Appreciate your time and appreciate your follow through with this. Okay, we're off record. Good luck, Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Judge, I would like to say I appreciate you still holding Zooms. I appreciate that a lot.
Oh, good, good. I'm going to do it for as long as we can, you know, they keep allowing us to do so. It's convenient.
The older I get, the harder it is to get to the courthouse. Thank you. May I be excused?
Attorney Pollack, I'm gonna have to go ahead and object on that getting older. Look at you. You don't even look a day over 30. Stop.
Thank you.
Yes, you're excused. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
I'll call you, Daniel.
Okay. Attorney Dominguez.
Yes, Judge. I'm here on Salvador Garcia, I believe that his last name is. I had spoke with the court coordinator earlier this morning because I was at the courthouse in County Court 6. We had agreed to reset this for 4 o'clock today.
Oh,
So I was just making the court aware. I've got a very important, very personal matter in 10 minutes that I have to rush over to right now. But I just wanted to get on to make the court aware of that.
I appreciate that. I will go ahead and see you and you'll be here at 4 o'clock.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not a problem. You heard that, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Okay, and counsel, you're going to talk with the ADAs, right?
No, this is a plea. Mr. Garcia just needs to finish up the paperwork and it'll be done after that. So I will speak with him hopefully before 4 o'clock to get all the paperwork done.
Okay, let's go ahead and work on that.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Alrighty. Court is in, you're excused, sir. Please run to where you need to go. And Mr. Garcia, we'll see you back at 4.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Appreciate you hanging in there. And ADAs, I'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Officer Jennings, I sent you a note. Don't know if you had a chance to respond to me yet.
Yes, I responded, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, well, if you wish to go ahead and get started, the sooner we can get started, the better, okay? I only saw one on the docket. Oh, you seem to be talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I was. I was saying, one of the cases for today, I forwarded you the email about the attorney, believe is in trial. The one we had last week, the Gutierrez,
Right.
and we reset it for today. And the CSO just contacted me right now.
Okay.
So would you like to reschedule?
Right, who is that?
That is,
John Perez, Attorney John Perez, or is that Anthony Castillo? That's the
No,
only
the
one that I have
attorney
on.
is Valerie Hetland in that case.
Oh, okay, yeah.
the Zachary Gutierrez.
Is that, is Gutierrez?
Yeah, that's the probationer, yes, Zachary Gutierrez. We did the hearing last week.
What's the case number?
626-303.
Okay. Oh, okay, and is Daniel Gutierrez? Or Zachary?
Zachary,
Okay. And is Attorney Headland?
I believe so. Luno. Let me go back to the emails.
Yes, it's Valerie Helen for Zachary Gutierrez as the attorney of record.
Well, attorney of record, but for these, I mean, she may have been the lead attorney for the case. Did
She
he
was
request-
appointed to the PRHs as well.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and reset that for attorney presence.
Okay.
Okay.
Reset. Okay, Glory. So let me-
And who's the other person? I have, the only one I have on the docket was Anthony Castillo.
And then we have Marco Rodriguez. Case number is 656-238.
What's the name again?
Marco Rodriguez.
Okay. Who's the CSO?
Gloria Zapata.
Okay. Oh, darn. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to get started sooner, so then everybody's to be here at 2:30.
Okay,
Excuse me, Judge.
Yeah, I mean, if, yes,
There's a Anthony Castillo that's supposed to be here at 2:30. I don't know if you're able to take care of that one or not.
oh, okay, he's there already?
Yes.
Officer Jennings, who's his CSO?
which client is it?
Anthony Castillo?
Okay, Anthony. Okay, that's Salinas, Haran Salinas Gonzalez. Let me tell her to log in.
Okay, and when was the last court visit?
His last court visit was July 13th, 2022.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, officer's about to log in.
Okay, Judge, they're standing right here in front of the desk, ready for you.
Middle school.
Let us get on record. And who is with Mr. Castillo?
How you doing? I'm Terry Hubbard. I'm with Metro Health Violence Prevention with Stand Up.
Very good.
Yes,
Very good. Thank you, sir.
yes, ma'am.
Let us get on record. Carter is going to call cause number 628-672, State of Texas versus Anthony Castillo. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state, with CLO.
Yes, Ashley Jennings, Court Liaison Officer for County Court Law number 2.
And CSO.
Warren Salinas Gonzalez, Southeast. I am the Community Supervision Officer for Mr. Castillo.
Thank you for jumping in on a little sooner. And sir, you said your name was?
Terry Hubbard. TerryHubbard.
H-E or H-U?
HUBBARD. As in
Okay.
dog.
Right. Sir, and you said you are?
I'm with Stand Up SA, Violence Prevention with Metro Health.
I appreciate you being here, sir. And Mr. Castillo, Anthony Castillo,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Good, not too bad, not too bad. I appreciate your asking. The Officer Jennings, please tell me how, when was the last court visit with Mr. Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor. The last performance review hearing was on July 13th, 2022. The probationer was granted deferred adjudication on February 22nd, 2022 for 6 months for evading arrest. Your Honor, you requested for the probationer to write an apology letter to the CSO and to have it turned in by that Friday. Also, a letter to his grandfather and mother. Probation is to let judge know what he has done for his mom and grandpa in the letter. Weekly UAs to be monitored for the levels, and by August 31st, probation should be clean. The probationer was extended 6 months and he was enrolled he was to be enrolled in anger management at the Bear County Reentry. And this case is set to expire on February 21st, 2023.
And CSO, how has he been doing since in meeting up with these requirements since the 13th of July?
So Mr. Castillo provided the letter to me apologizing, and he repeated 10 times that he was not going to be disrespectful to me again. He told me he was going to take his mom to dinner to apologize for his behavior. And regarding his grandpa, I don't remember what we talked about, but he did not report any further concerns with or issues with the grandpa. He last met with me last week, and he was not enrolled in anger management. I gave him until today to show proof of enrollment. I am not sure if he enrolled, and he only submitted one drug test on July 25th. And for some reason, I'm unable to see the results. He went to Treatment Associates, but we've been having issues with that lab, and I don't have the results available right now. But he only submitted one UA.
How many should he have submitted by now?
Since he started probation, or for the weeklies?
He's supposed to be doing weekly UAs?
Yeah, he only submitted one on July 25th.
Okay, and he hasn't submitted since?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Is there a reason for that?
When I addressed it with him, he said his job schedule is conflicting with him going to submit. He doesn't want his boss to think he's doing something inappropriate, so he just goes to work, and he gets out and the lab is already closed. That's the last thing he told me.
Okay. All righty. And why is this gentleman here, Mr. Hubbard? CSO?
I am not sure, ma'am. I'm
You're
sorry,
not
Judge.
sure. Okay. All righty. Mr. Hubbard, Terry
ma'am.
Hubbard, thank you for being here. You're here with Mr. Castillo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell us what's going on, sir.
He had to do community service, and what I do for a living is I reach out to high risk individuals and try to keep them from getting in trouble. I was already working with him before he started getting in trouble when he was in high school. His anger problems, and he actually came a long way, especially with work, and he does spend a lot of time at work. I had him doing community service at food drives at the Claude Black, at the FC building on the east side, off of Dietrich Road.
Okay, sir, you were involved with him. You are from Metro Health.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand Up SA, and so you've been involved with him since before he got on probation.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. So, why were you involved with him before he got on probation?
I knew some people that I used to go up to the school, Sam Houston. I talked to bullies. I taught to troublemakers. I walk around. Anyway, I noticed some dudes picking on him one time. I think they beat him up and took his phone. And I think a necklace. They had beat him up at the school. So that's when I got involved with, and I met his mom, his grandmother, grandpa, met his family, and I started going over there. Just keeping up on him, doing follow-ups, making sure he's staying out of trouble and stuff.
Okay. He's enrolled in a program with you, with
Yes, ma'am.
Metro Health,
Yes, ma'am.
and you are serving as his counselor?
I'm actually, my title, I'm an outreach worker for Metro
You're
Health.
what?
Outreach worker for high-risk individuals.
Okay.
And that actually the active shooters and gangbangers. So he became an active participant once his house got shot up. That became him a high-risk individual. He was already at, he was more like a medium, low risk. But when they came shooting up his house and, started antagonizing him, whatnot, I started getting more involved into his doings, I tried to reach out to the people that he was getting into it with or whatnot. Some of the dudes, I calmed a lot of the trouble down that was going on between them, which they was just people that was jealous of him because he was spoiled, But it's a lot of stuff that in high school that didn't follow him as he graduated. So he's really trying to work on his life, and as far as the anger management, I'm looking into it, getting him in the class because he couldn't find it or something, like he couldn't find no hours around his time. And we also help with anger management classes.
Okay. And will you be able to help him with time management?
I mean, yes, ma'am, I will. I mean, I'm going to actually start on it today. I just found out about the anger management the other day. And, we don't go back to work till Tuesdays. I work Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay. So I appreciate you being here. And so your outreach coordinator, is that it? Is that your title?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so and I am really very impressed about you being here, and I really appreciate your involvement. So
Thank you.
he was supposed to go to Bear County re-entry for the anger management, correct? Officer Gonzalez?
I provided a list to him when we met last month, and then last week I also provided a list. I was not aware that he had to be in re-entry, but I did give him a list of places.
Those places that charge the re-entry. I believe if they have the course, it may be low to no cost. That's why I'm mentioning the re-entry. Are you familiar with the Bear County Re-entry Center, Mr. Hubbard?
Yes, ma'am. I heard about it.
Okay, very good. So, and then time management, because I understand the devotion to work. However, we have got to make your probation a priority. Do you understand what I mean by that, Mr. Castillo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me be very, very clear. You cannot tell your officer, Gonzalez, that I'm sorry, I can't go and get a UA because I'm too busy working. That's what that means, to make it a priority. So you're going to have to go and UA. I understand that, that might be difficult for you to be able to go ahead and communicate, but are you telling me that to your employer, but does that mean your employer does not know that you're on probation?
They do.
Okay, so then all you have to do is tell them that this is a requirement of your probation.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that needs to happen. You're supposed to go weekly, and you need to go there, make that as quickly as possible. If you go first thing when your officer tells you, if you go first thing in the morning, you should be able to get out as quickly as possible, but you need to go ahead and do that. Is there any question about that, Mr. Gonzalez? Mr. Castillo?
No, ma'am.
So you understand that if I give you another opportunity here, that you will be going every week to test.
Yes, ma'am.
There'll be no excuses.
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you're going to continue to work with Mr. Hubbard on your anger management and time management, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. What other requirements, Officer Gonzalez, is he missing?
Let me check. I still need a letter from Mr. Hubbard confirming that he completed the community service. I know I spoke to him on the phone, but we do require a letter with the header so that we can vouch for those 40 hours he completed. So that's the only thing. He has 40 hours and I only need proof that he completed the hours with him or with his agency.
Alrighty, so, Mr. Hubbard, you guys do have a letterhead stationary, correct?
I can get it from my boss. I don't, no, ma'am, I don't have one. I don't
No.
even,
The
No, ma'am,
agency, Metro Health has.
yeah, that's what
Metro
I have to
Health-
get it from them.
Okay. Well, he needs to sign it. I'll need the manager for Metro Health to be able to sign it. And stating what community service hours were done, when, date, how many hours, and what he did.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she talked to my supervisors though.
Okay, so when will that be able to, when can the Officer Gonzalez expect that?
I'll work on it this week. I have to talk to him when I go in tomorrow. Get the letterhead and I'll start on it. So you just want to know what he did and how many hours he did that day? Or how do you want?
Exactly. Officer Gonzalez you can get in touch with Officer Gonzalez. She will be able to provide you the information that will be that is needed for it to be satisfied, to satisfy the requirement. And it needs to be signed by the manager, owner, officer in the organization.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll need that done by the 9th of September.
Yes, ma'am.
And it needs to be sent to Officer Gonzalez. Okay.
I have a card.
Judge, I do have a question
Proceed.
regarding the IVR line. Do you want to satisfy that condition, or is he still responsible for IVR line?
He needs to go ahead and keep that up until I see progress that we're going every single week. Do you understand, Mr. Castillo? Now, with the UAs, or using the IVR line, that means a UA line, you have to call. So there are three requirements, Mr. Castillo. I think I went over this with you. One, you have to call every single day between, what is it, 6 and 11:59?
It's
Between
6 a.m. until 11 a.m.
Okay. So you make that phone call. The earlier you make it, the earlier you will know whether you have to go and submit. Do you understand that, Mr. Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Second, you have to go submit. That's a requirement. If you do not go and submit, that's a failure. That's a violation. Do you understand that, Mr. Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
3, it needs to be negative. It cannot be positive for anything, okay? Unless there's any medications that you're taking. Are you taking any medications, sir?
I'm supposed to, but I don't take it.
Okay. All right. I need for you to go ahead and talk with your CSO and Mr. Hubbard about that, as far as the medications, and I need for you to be medication compliant.
I have a letter from the doctor. I left my glasses in the car over it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll let you and Officer Gonzalez go through that with Mr. Castillo, and I need for him to be medication compliant. In other words, Mr. Castillo, you need to take your medication.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions regarding the UA and your medication?
No, Your Honor.
Alrighty. You sure? So you've got to call every single day. You've got to submit when you're told to submit. And the earlier you do it, the better for you. So you can go on about your day. And you should come up negative. And you need to give a list of your medication to Officer Gonzalez. So, and so if anything happens, comes out on your UA, she will be able to go ahead and know whether it's because of the medication or because of something else. Do you understand? That's why you need to give her a list of your medication and let her know that your medication compliant, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty. And you need to take the bottle in of your medication and be able to show it to her. So
Yes,
she
Your
can see what the actual prescription is. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And make sure that you start doing this right away, and we're going to reset you for 1 month so that I can see what progress you're making, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty. Mr. Castillo, I appreciate you coming down. Before we had a little bit of difficulty with communicating with you. So I really appreciate you making the effort to come down because I know that you want to be successful on probation. Isn't that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We're going to help you and work with you. Will you allow us to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then will you also work with us?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you'll work with Mr. Hubbard because he's involved in your life at this time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Want to get you kind of on the straight and narrow because I know you have a lot to offer. I really do.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And you want to focus on doing well, being strong, working, and being responsible, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And staying out of trouble. I know you do. So that's why I'm very, very interested in you being successful on probation, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty. So you continue to work with Mr. Hubbard. Again, Mr. Hubbard, I cannot thank you enough for your involvement and your concern and your interest and being here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I appreciate you continuing to work with him and also look for the, as far as time management is something that he needs to learn and that anger management. Let's work with that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. And again, I need that letter by the 9th of September so we can have his community service hours credited. And how much does he owe in fees?
Right now, he owes $548.
Okay. Alrighty. And please go ahead and work with them as far as being able to make sure that he's financially, he's able to go ahead and make progress and it's not too big of a burden because he is going to school, right?
No, ma'am. I graduated already.
Oh, you did? So you're
Yes,
working
Your Honor.
full time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Alrighty, very good. Well, I hope you will give college a try, right? You graduated from high school.
Trying to get him now.
Okay.
That's the
All right.
goal.
Okay. So I hope you will definitely give college a try and keep making great progress that you are. So we'll go ahead and get this reset for 30 days. But right now, Officer De La Cruz, if you would put Mr. Hubbard and Mr. Castillo in the back room, I would like to go ahead and have them get into a breakout room with Officer Gonzalez to talk about some of these things and make sure that there are no questions in anyone's mind as far as what is expected of Mr. Castillo, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, great, thank you very much. And from there, after you guys have done discussing, you guys are excused, unless Officer Gonzalez, do you have anybody else this afternoon?
I do not, Your Honor.
Officer Jennings, instructions, please.
Yes, you will be reset in 1 month. Just look out for a case setting form from your CSO. Please sign and return.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And the community service hours documentation by the 9th of September.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. So Officer Gonzalez, if you'll just hang on, I will go ahead and put you in a breakout room with them as soon as they get set up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty. Thank you.
What do you say?
Yes, go with the bailiff. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Gutierrez, you wanted an attorney, right?
Yes, Your Honor. I
And-
wanted to inform, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to inform the court that my attorney Valerie Hudlin is in trial court today, or jury trial today. She informed me this morning, and she said she made contact with the coordinator, I believe. I called earlier around 1 o'clock, and I spoke with the court coordinator, and I informed her as well that she was going to be in the jury trial today, Your Honor.
Very well done. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate your follow through. So what's going to happen is that Officer Jennings is going to go ahead and give you instructions, so we can get this reset when she's out of trial, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I appreciate that. I appreciate your time and the court's time.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you showing up. Good job. Good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, you will be reset with your CSO. I'm gonna get a date for you. Just please look out for a case setting form in your email, okay? Once you receive
Yes,
that
ma'am.
time and date, and I also will forward that to your attorney as well, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you for coming. You're excused, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
You too. Marcos, I need for you to go ahead and place your device on a flat surface, and I need for you to rename yourself so it reflects both your first and last name. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, it appears that you're ready. If you'll go ahead and put your device on a flat surface, we'll get going, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right.
Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 656-238, State of Texas versus Marco Rodriguez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the CLO.
Ashley Jennings, Court Liaison Officer for County Court at Law Number 2.
Gloria Zapata, Probation Officer for Mr. Marco Rodriguez.
And are you Marco Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So, Officer Jennings, when was the last court visit for Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, Your Honor. The last hearing was on June 29, 2022. The probationer was granted probation on August 5th, 2021 for 13 months for driving while intoxicated. At the last hearing, Your Honor, you requested for the probationer to use once a month and to remove the ignition interlock device. Now, this case was reset for this month for a follow-up. This case expires September 4th, 2022.
So he has the ignition interlock removed already?
Yes, Your Honor.
Excellent, excellent. So when did you say the expiration date was?
September 4th, 2022.
Boy, we're so close, we can taste it, can't we? Hi, Mr. Rodriguez. Yeah, look at that big old smile on his face. Hey, we're gonna make it happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
By the grace-
Officer Zapata, what's going on with Mr. Rodriguez? How come he's so happy?
Well, like you mentioned, it's pretty close, coming up soon. We had met a little bit over a month ago.
All right.
Well, actually, almost 2 months ago. And at that time, he still owed a balance on his fees. And he has been making an effort to make a few more payments on that, with his last payment being yesterday, as a matter of fact, of $285. So his remaining balance on his probation fees in total is $6,283.50.
6,000, how much?
$6,283.50.
Mhm.
Six
Total assessed?
thousand, his $6,000 is assessed towards Texas DPS fees. And at this point in time, his actual balance on his probation fees is $285 plus those $6,000 assessed fees.
Okay, so what was the total assessed?
Total assessed is $7,465.
And he's paid how much?
He has paid with yesterday's payment, $1,181.50.
All right, and what else has he gotten done?
He's actually completed all his classes, which were basically the DWI education, the U Impact, and his parenting class. His TAP evaluation didn't have any additional recommendations. And so at this point in time, he owes his balance and his 30 hours of community service.
Next weekend is my last weekend for the community service hours. Sorry to interrupt.
So the total assessed of community service hours says 30?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how many has he completed? Mr. Rodriguez, I'm talking to this CSO. Okay, I'll let you go ahead and talk in a minute, okay? Don't worry, I'll call on you.
Oh, Your Honor, actually, you know what, he just started working on them, so I don't have the running tab, so he would be the one to tell you how many hours he's worked.
Okay, and where are we working? Where is he working then?
It was through, hold on, I have it here. He was doing it through where he did his classes, his parenting classes. Where's that? I referred him a while back. I don't see it here. Would he have permission to answer you on that one? While I find it.
So Mr. Rodriguez, where are you doing the community service hours?
I actually found it in another place. It's at a church at the food bank downtown.
You're working them at the food bank?
Yes, ma'am. And it's been total of 14 hours so far.
And that's the San Antonio Food Bank?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how often are you going?
Well, I went 3 weeks ago just because of the fact that my whole household caught COVID. And Monday, that's the reason why I'm at home right now, is because I'm still not cured. And next weekend is my last weekend. Sorry.
Okay, so you went 3 weeks ago?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So three weeks ago and a month ago was my first time going.
Okay. Now, how come your probation officer doesn't know that?
We have not had a meeting. It was a meeting. I started about a week and a half or so after we had our meeting. And ever since that.
Have you ever emailed her any information?
I've emailed her before. Yes, ma'am.
So you have an email that you could have provided her that information by email. Hey, listen, look at me. I'm working here at San Antonio Food Bank, and this is many hours I have done. How am I going to be able to prove this to you? Or do you have a
I have the letter.
You have the document that says, hey, this is the many hours, and they sign each time?
They have it. Yes, ma'am. They have it.
Okay. They have it. So you can take a picture of it and also provide it to your, because they have to sign it, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So the thing about it is you could have communicated this to her.
Yes.
It's a responsibility. She can't go ahead and report anything that she doesn't know about. And it's the communication is most important from you to her.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's my,
Don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. She needs to know that you're working on it
okay,
and
thank you.
what, how much you have done so far. Okay, I find this surprising that community service supervision officers need to really be able to communicate this because you can't report what you don't have, and the communication is so important that folks need to understand that they need to report incrementally as they go along, you know, by email, even if it's just to say, hey, I have it by email, but yeah, I need documentation. That's fine. But at least the community supervision officer knows what's going on with you, okay?
Okay,
And if you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, you can be redirected, recoached. Okay?
yes, ma'am.
Because they really actually need to approve of where you're doing the community supervision.
Yeah,
So you could be off doing community supervision somewhere and it is not acceptable.
it was off of the list that I was provided.
Sure, but still at the same time.
I understand.
Okay, good. Alrighty, so you're going to need an extension.
For
You, sir, your payments.
well, the 283 is my last is the last court cost, which I will be paying this Friday, or I can even pay it off today. But the 6,000, I have no, I don't know where to pay it at.
To community supervision.
The $6,000.
Yes. They're supposed to collect it, and then there is there for them to be able to go ahead and know where to send it to, and they figure that out. And if you guys haven't figured that out, you need to go up the chain and figure that out. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. So you're doing very well. I thought that with you hearing you kind of coughing there that you had you may have caught something, at least a cold, but it's COVID, huh?
Yeah, it was COVID. My whole
Did you catch it and then give it to your whole household, or?
No, my daughter caught it.
Oh,
Yes.
is at school?
No, it's my 3-month-old daughter.
Your 3-month-old caught it.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And passed it on to everybody else.
Of course. The 3-month-old, huh?
Had to rush her to the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
She had it that bad?
Oh yeah, she turned blue. Blue.
No.
Pale. Yes, man.
Wow. Oh my, no, that was scary. I know that was scary. So sorry to hear about that. How's she doing?
She's fine. I got five girls. So all of them caught it.
All right.
And my wife, she's sick as well right now. And so am I.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys hang in tight there, okay? I can't imagine watching your baby turn blue. That's gotta be very, very scary. And she's doing okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Good. How's everybody else? You sound a little fair, you know, that you're doing okay. But
It's been about 3.5 weeks. We've been fighting it.
really?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. Well, won't keep you. And you say you've done about 13 hours before this COVID hit, huh?
14, ma'am.
14?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you happen to do your census?
Census.
Right, in 2010. Oh, 20, was it 2010 or 2020? 2020 census. You know, when people came around to go ahead and say, hey, How many is in your household, that kind of stuff? We count.
No, ma'am.
Are you a registered voter?
No, ma'am.
Wow. We're gonna have to get you out of your shell, Mr. Rodriguez, okay? You know, these are important things that we do as citizens and to be involved. So we're gonna have to get you out of your shell there and get you involved in doing your duty, your civic duty as a citizen. Those things are very important to the community. It's a small way that you can contribute to the community because with the census, it actually attracts federal dollars to the city. It does. And, you know, they talked about going ahead and dividing and everything like that. And we get greater representation if we count enough noses. Okay. So in other words, with this past census, it showed that Texas grew. So we got another congressional seat. So representation in Congress. And then, of course, you get to vote for that person. So, they go and represent Texas and San Antonio and all of Texas, the districts, to do good things for us. So
Sounds
it's very important that you get involved like that. And it would have also been good for community service hours. So I encourage that by giving credit for those activities. So we'll go ahead and wait and continue to go ahead and serve. We'll give you about a few months here, figure out CSO so that he can be able to go complete his community service successfully, his probation successfully, okay? So let's go ahead and get that. He seems ready to go ahead and be able to pay that. We do not wish for him not to be able to complete his community service successful, okay, and his probation. So let's go ahead and give you an extension. How much of time do you need, Mr. Rodriguez?
I mean, like I said, next weekend is my last weekend.
Yes, sir, but you have a significant amount to pay.
I'm not sure, ma'am.
Okay. Alrighty, we'll go ahead, since this is for a DWI, we'll go ahead and extend you 4 months to start with, so that you go ahead and make that effort. I don't want to extend you too much, but we're going to extend you so that you'll be able to go ahead and start chipping away at that. Okay, sir?
All right.
All right. Let's get you reset for review in about 2.5 months. Okay, sir? You're doing very well with everything else. Appreciate it. And again, I wish you guys the best and speedy recovery with COVID.
Thank you, ma'am.
All righty. Thank you. Anything else, Officer Zapata?
No, he's been doing pretty good these past few months, actually.
Excellent. Excellent. At the San Antonio Food Bank, that's where he's doing that. Okay. So make sure to communicate something to your officer so she'll know and be able to mark your progress. Officer Jennings, proceed.
Yes, you'll be getting through Adobe, sign amended conditions for your extension for 4 months. Could you please sign and return? You will also be reset 2 or 2.5 months. Look out for a case setting form from your CSO, sign and return. Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Mr. Rodriguez, if there's nothing else, Officer Zapata, you both are excused. Do you have anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Just make sure that you are able to look into that matter and assist Mr. Rodriguez in being successful in probation, okay? You have been doing a great job. Appreciate extra effort there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Officer Jennings, any more?
No, that's it, Your Honor, for
All
today.
right. Well, did very well. Thank you very much. I think that we're all set. And we'll be in recess until 4 o'clock. Officer, I think we're gonna take a plea. If you're not available at that time, we'll go ahead and hold it for you, okay?
Okay, please do. Thank you.